But they don't know what it's really like, what it's really like to face real ghetto pain, to face real ghetto pressure.
I am here vibing with an entertainer with arguably the best voice in all of the entertainment industry. His parents named him DUANE STEPHENSON. Today he shares his story.
Though I never lived like he wanted, but I was mindful of what Jah taught me. Go on my bending knees and begging Jah, please. For I've got the scars to show. I barely made it along life's road. Oh, when my life got dark, Jah was the only spark, the light at the end of the road.
Father DUANE,
Blessed love,
everything
brother.
good, sir?
I'm not complaining at all, you know.
Manners and respect.
Teach them! Always make sure the message I reach them!
Sir DUANE,
Yes, I.
all things,
Why not complain? All is good, you know, we have life and the music's still good.
that important.
Very much.
Talk to me. Early life, place
Yeah.
of birth.
Down a public hospital,
Down a
like
public.
probably half as Jamaica, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, Jubilee,
Jubilee.
birth, but, you know, I've always lived in Augustown. That's where I grew up. That's what I know. That's where I live.
Augusto.
Yeah, man.
We'll
Same
come
place.
to that. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Siblings?
Yeah. I have 4 brothers, 1 sister.
Parents alive?
Yeah, well, my father died a couple of years ago, but my mother's
Condolences.
alive.
And mommy alright?
Yeah, man, she good, man.
Oh my God. Schooling?
Started at Aquinas Center Basic School, then of course on to Standpipe, to New Providence Primary, and ended up in Tivoli Garden Comprehensive High School, you know. So I journeyed throughout Kingston for school.
Yeah.
And then of course I finished up at VTDI, Vocational Training and Development Institute. I did refrigeration and air conditioning. Yeah,
Augustown.
yeah.
What was it like growing up in Augustown?
You know, Augustown was a good place to live in. It was, you know, a nice place where people look out for each other back in the days. You know what I mean? It was a place where, you know, in the weekdays, we all had to go to school. So if you were at home on a weekday, there was nothing to do because there was no one to play with. And of course, you have to pick a day, Saturday or Sunday. You have to go to church.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So we never had a choice. So when I grew up here, that was the kind of space I grew up in, you know. Not so much the same these days, but luckily for me, you know, that's the kind of situation I grew up under.
So you grew up in a grounded environment.
Most definitely,
You mentioned church, you
Yeah,
mentioned
man.
school,
Yeah.
so there was no option.
No. You have to pick the days, you know. Is it a Saturday or Sunday?
Oh, you pick one of them days, okay.
You know, preferably Saturday. I mean Sunday, because it's a Saturday. It's a football man. You know,
Yeah,
everything
that's
set up.
important.
Yeah, man,
That's
most
important.
definitely. So you have to just make sure, because you know, I've got through the gate, you have to finish all the housework.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to get busy and do all
Discipline.
the man things and run the
Yeah.
place, and then you go do your thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
them things are important.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out to mommy and daddy, because I look like
Yeah,
they did
man.
a good job, you know?
Yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely.
How the music came a part of your life, though?
Well, for me, I had an uncle that was a part of a band. His name is Michael Rutherford. He was a part of a band called Rhythm Kings Band. So, you know, I was always a curious virgin growing up, you know. So anything I saw him doing, you know, I was interested because it looked interesting. So I went with him to the rehearsals, you know, and that's how I started being around the music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But in terms of just the listening vibe, I have a virgin that used to live next door, where film music go with the atmosphere and the mood and just what's going on in not only the country but the world, you know. You know what I mean? If things rough, then
Anything
you hear,
global.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Mr. Campbell, I big up Mr. Campbell because that's where I listen to a lot of the songs that I now know as classics.
So
you know what I
Mr.
mean?
Campbell was a influence, though,
Most
indirectly.
definitely, indirectly, man.
Yeah,
Because,
man.
you know, as
Give
a man who
thanks to
love
Mr.
music,
Campbell.
as a man who love music, I love listening to music. So it was a good vibe.
How did that transition and lead you to you now delving and dabbling into the entertainment industry?
Well, you know, I think that gave me a passion for the music, you know, just a love of it. Because, of course, you have to love it from the outside before you get in. Because if you don't love it from outside, you're not going there. You know?
True.
You know what I mean? So that's where I started. And, of course, going to Tivoli School, for me, was a very musical place. You know?
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Because when I go there, I saw Luke D as a senior. And he was the first sufferer I see I play piano and I sing. Kind of piano thing is a uptown thing. So when I go to Tivoli, I see this virgin, you know, Luke D is a brilliant man, you know, make him fool you, know, and talk his word for fool the same way. Make him fool you.
Brilliant.
Luke D was a brilliant too. Him having prefect thing and him playing and singing him. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that really had a lasting effect on me because it means, right, but wait, we can do this to man. You know
There's
what I mean?
somebody where have the same source,
Yeah, and of course,
background and do it.
exactly. And plus, we had our superstars at the school at the time, which is Ghost and Culture.
Yeah.
So music was around, and of course, Butcher is a man did up the road at Denham Town.
Yeah.
And Theme Thing, burn up the airways, you know what I mean? So that was the energy.
A lot of influence was around.
Thank you, you know. And of course, I was led by a bridge in mind to join the Kettleby Little People and Teen Players Club. I can't say it's music I joined for. But
Yeah, you reach.
Yeah, when I say work out, man,
Yeah,
because of course his selling point to me was, yo man, we a chat about, yo, it's a girl,
Well,
man,
for girls,
like,
up there.
yo.
You know, I think,
My
no,
first a girl in them time,
Oh,
they were
God,
about
yeah,
15,
come.
16, I said, what, that you said?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, but it was to be. It was to
It
be.
was to
'cause
be.
That was definitely solidification of me,
Yeah.
you know, entering into the whole arena. Started that. Of course, that was a theatre thing, but with everything with Catholic players, you had to audition. So we were placed in real life situation. Nothing came free. You didn't just turn up and because you're cute, them go to boom and give a soul. You have to work for it. You have to, you know, compete with other people. So that's where the drive for music, you know, really started.
But Duane, I've often said, and I said it in the intro, that in my opinion, you understand, I am no audiophile or no music expert, but in terms of voices, you have one of the most distinct, powerful voices in the business. What did you do growing up to really and truly hone that or mold that, or you just going to the studio one day, you go on concert and
No,
the
you
people
know
them
what,
say,
I
hold
mean-
on.
You know, yeah, I've always been singing even as a youth, but I never really liked
Not the farmer.
Yeah, I never really liked people looking at me too much. You know what I mean? So because of that, no, I kind of limit myself onto the parties that I go to and them things. Because the minute I turn up, somebody go and give me a, yeah, you can't sing for this person. I never really liked that. You know what I mean? So I was more of a reserved person.
Yeah.
But of course, being a part of the theatre and as I said, competing and you get a little more of a drive. But you know, I spent a lot of hours singing. You know, we did choir. And because of choir, you keep doing...
Choir where? Church,
man.
school?
I started at New Providence Primary. New Providence had a choir once, you know. When I went there, they never had, and then we got to about 3-4 grade, they started a choir, and I joined the choir. And then the first, you know, big time play out, you know, I'm an old member of staff, passed away, and then, you know, we got the opportunity to sing and everything. And then when I reach everybody, like, I don't know, everybody go blank. I mean, alone end up sing. You know, I mean, alone end up
No
sing.
stage fright.
No, man, because, you know, I've always, in the back of my mind, is like, you know, I did already, you know, so it's before I embarrass myself, I can't live with embarrassment.
Yeah,
You know?
I understand.
So you try to learn it and try to always put your best foot forward because every performance is your last, you know.
True.
You know what I mean? And
That's a deep
from
statement
then,
to do.
yeah, man, from then, that
every
is how I've
performance is your
always
last.
approached it.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Some of the youth them need to make the thing like that.
Yeah, man, I real talk, man. Every performance is possibly your last performance.
Yeah,
So
so
you, have to, you don't know when the crowd.
True. That is true. So you would have had bits and pieces of the learning curve in school,
Yeah, but you have
choir.
to put in the time. You
Yeah.
have to continuously be singing. You have to be, you know, owning your talent. I mean, when I started singing, I thought that this was it for me. But funny enough, I became more prominent as a writer before a singer.
So tell me some of the persons that you would have written for.
Well, most notably is probably True Reflections for Jack Cure. And I guess
Serious thing?
Yeah, man. And that's because I guess the notoriety with a song they get because of the whole circumstance.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But aside from that, I've done work for, of course, you know, me and Egyptian do stuff. I've done stuff for Taros, for Etana, for Luciano, you know, numerous more tunes for Jack Cure.
I hear on the business and I quiet doing.
That really bad, you know what I mean? Every now and then you pitch in and do a thing. Because as I say, you know, music has always been a love for me. You know what I mean? And but that's a music I mean as a whole.
Yeah.
You know what I
Realize,
mean?
you know.
Yeah, man, as a whole, man. Because if you're not viewing it at that magnitude, you never know what's going to get you through the gate. Because
Sure.
of, even a man like, say for instance, a great, like Bob Marley. But I mean, Bob Marley never know, say, them songs them not sing, just
True.
the
Let's
word
take
will be
off,
as
so.
relevant then as it is now.
True.
It might be arguable that a lot of the songs them sing have more powers and more relevance now than back in the days and do it.
True that. The music has outlived Bob.
Yeah,
Go on.
man, so you have to read the music where stand the test of time and you have to be true to the music and that's how that work out.
True. You had a love.
Yeah, man.
Over the years,
Yeah.
a drive was developed inside of you. Who brought you to a studio for the first time?
Dean Fraser.
Dean Fraser.
Yeah, but the first time, I mean, we're in Twice, and of course we did some kind of a studio-ish kind of vibe while we were in Twice prior to Dean. But when we, you know, we never forget, I mean, I knew Dean through my uncle. I was doing stuff, so I used to just watch him from afar, and then one night I watched him on the TV, and he was saying that I need new talent to work with and whatever. And I said, well, them days, nobody now look forget Twice no record, and you're long forget a rhythm, you know.
Yeah.
The only rhythm you get unless you hear it by radio play. You know what I mean? So, of course, we linked Dean, and Dean said, well, all right. And him said, all right. I think Taurus Riley was the person he was recording that day for an album called Challenges. And that's the first time I met Taurus to back in the days on Anchor. Saying, so, Dean said, all right, well, cool vibe, go in the studio and sing two tunes. And of course, we'd have a whole up a little nice tune. Oh, girl, you know, I love you so much, you're my angel and thing. And listen, I would check all them tune, that big tune, and we have all choreography workout. And I said, no, you know, that is not it. I said, so now I'm more like a tune on a do one thing. And I said, well, I'm going to look one tune me right from the Tivoli school still and thing. And I said, what? I'm here now. And he was going and I said, all right, I'm going to start singing. From day to day we live, searching for our identity, while the rich man says they don't know what it's like, what it's really like, what it's really like to feel real ghetto feel. I want to say that the tune that Rasta.
Before you go any further, Dwayne, you wrote that song while you were still in high school.
Yeah, man, while I was at Tivoli, I never forgot. My brother named Dwight Bent. We compete with everything, everything. A girl in the class and she cute. Did we compete with which one we can talk to her first, you know what I mean? Football, we see where score the goal, and then we decide we're going to write it. So, of course, Dwight Bent, we decided we're going to write to a rap tune. You know, it never really work out, never pan out too well. But, you know, because of the job, we feel we're able to go home and come back with this little project, and then we try to present it to two bridges in our class, and, you know, a winner come out and everything. I realized, boy, you know, we can't say a whole heap of the music. So I just wrote down what was happening at the time. You know what I mean?
Dwayne, if you were able to write that song at that age, then it would have meant from an early age that greatness would have been in store. You know?
You just never know until you know, my brother. You know, you have to just take it in a progressive stride. Yeah. That's just life.
That song is an anthem, you know, Dwayne.
Yeah, I realize that.
The relevance of that song will continue to remain pertinent for as long as I can think.
That's because the situation is pertinent. You understand? The situation is as relevant then as long as there's someone that, you know, a little youth have to get up from early morning and take a bus from the bottom of Augustown, go downtown, and then either walk to Tivoli School or take another bus. You used to walk, see, like, that money that I put in my lunch.
Yeah,
so.
I know that money there. Yeah,
so you walk, you know what I mean? But you keep doing it every morning because, you know, you want like a better, you're used to this thing's life where you see, you know, hard, you see your mother work and everything you want. So as long as you have a youth with a drive like that, then it will still be relevant. I didn't know that at the time, but that's just how life is. You just wrote down the truth about what's happening.
Your circumstances.
Thank you very much.
So Dean hear the song and...
Yeah.
So that was when you believe it was something special or you never believe yet?
The truth is we the song because I said, boy, we get the opportunity and we were so excited about the whole thing and you know, so, and I mean, this was our official recording. This is actually a producer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We had real musicians playing instruments. You know, we didn't get to a keyboard player and then him ping and do little thing. No, this is a drummer. It was not only a drummer, but a great drummer because this was like Paul Kastic was on the original drums. It was the machine, but then the machines were what was running the place at the time, and that was still one of the greatest drummers at the time, Paul Kastic. And then there was Christopher Birch playing the piano, and of course Mikey Fletcher were known for hits like It Was Me and them thing, the Palm Days and all them thing there. All of these things were to be after, but these were the great players that were there. So we were just so excited that that's all we saw.
Yeah.
I never even thought anything of it until one day I was coming in from Spanish Town in a taxi. Of course, you know, 4 people on the back seat. The driver and 2 in the front seat, and we are all hard. So, you know, you look at the taxi there. And the song started playing. I think it's Richie B premiered the song the first time. And the taximan reached over and turned up the thing. I said, boy, that like a tune, that body. And, you know, You want to say, yeah, man, me, but you have to try
No, you have to hold it, you have to hold it, you have to hold
You have
it.
to try to hold it, you
You
know.
might go and stop and let you out and say, boy.
Taxi boy, before we reach, we're going to taxi boy sing this song. Yeah, man, them things are going. And I said, yeah, I know what's that, but...
Can identify with it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, at that point, I said, right, you know.
Something or something.
Yeah, because now you're hearing it from a different perspective.
Yeah. So what did that song do for you, do it?
It made me want more.
Made you want more. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I wanted more, man. Of course, you know, I wanted more. I had many stories that I wanted to tell, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's part of the reason why, you know, To ISIS ended. Because, of course, all of us were growing musically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People were growing in different directions. You have man who decided they want to look more dance, all and this, that, and that. But from earlier, I always figured that I was a roots man. These are the stories that I wanted to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why, you know, when I got the opportunity after leaving the group to do an album with Dean, you know, when the album was done, I said, you know, so Dean says, so where I gotta do? And, you know, we come up with some name, I got name, you know, what? Mystic, some mystic foolishness, and they come and studio and Dean say, I want him, sir. I missed, well, allow me, I was mystic, whatever. I say, right, what say? So I say, oh, I got to say, just tell it as it is. You know what I mean? I say, now your story you want. I say, yeah, man. You understand? And then we start to view it like at that point. At that point, Augustine wasn't even written yet. And then we were in studio once and he was doing some tracks to send to England for a virgin named Blacker Dread. He was to England. And the track came up and I said, Dean, is whose track this? And Dean said, I found a virgin, man. You like it? And I said, yeah, man.
Dean sound like a character, though.
Yeah, man. What say? Yeah, man. What say? I take a one lick off it and rhythm, a big rhythm still. I say, yeah, man. Then I went home and came back with the song Augustine. But at first, it seemed a little bit slow and a little bit dragging to me and everything. So then I linked Taras and I said, Taras, you might need to swing this a little bit different and thing. And I said, yeah, man, we hear it. And then we start to sing. And Taras started to do some whole heap of things in this song, you know, like I said. And I said, yeah, man, I say you have to jam it, you have to joke it and thing. And while we were doing listening to the thing, I said to myself, when Taras finally get up and leave, I said to myself, I said, you know, I said, one thing was true. Me and this brother has two different musicians. Because when him did that sound wicked when he might do it.
Yeah, man, but when you do it, you
But
know,
when
connect.
me, I said, nah, man, yeah, see what I mean? I said, no,
Stick
so
to
this
your
right,
strengths.
you know, every time I just like be me and go through it.
Yeah. But before we reach to Augustine, To ISIS, right? The split was amicable.
Yeah, man, it was just, to me, I just thought that, as I say, we all outgrew each other, you know what I mean? We were growing in different directions at the time. And once you start grow apart musically, because, you know, they were more into, they wanted to do a little bit more of the crossover stuff in terms of the dance and vibe and everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, them a young youth, one of them a big time dancer, the only dancer in the group, non-dancer was me, you know what I mean? So, they want a fresh vibe, so you can't run them on them either, you understand what I say?
You have to stick to your strengths.
Yeah, but ultimately, I feel like me have a story to tell and we just want, you know, tell my story.
So everything good with the members of the former members of the group?
Yeah, man, up to the day, man.
Ghetto Pain.
Yeah.
Right? That came and you started getting some recognition now.
Yeah.
Probably a few doors started opening.
Yeah. We, you know, rhythms start up here now, you know. We start getting a few calls. So we start getting a few calls while into ISIS, you know, and then, you know, we did some other songs. But most of what the group was doing was stuff that I was writing because, of course, you know, Dean is really into reggae, roots reggae, you know what I mean? And at that point, Dean was in the heights of doing albums like Navigator, Pollution, or before that, Serious Times. He was doing Challenges, Parables. Challenges, not Parables at the time.
Parables was Taras.
Taras' second album, which is the one that, you know, really was done simultaneously with Augustine.
Okay.
You know.
So Augustine was not only a song, it was an album.
No, Augustine was a part of an album. It was
okay.
The name of the album was Duane Stephenson from Augustine.
Okay.
Which that's the same. We re-recorded Ghetto Pain and then Cottage in the Grill was on that same album and, you know, many other songs.
Still not give away a nice flow of Ghetto Pain still. Man, pretty people them want to hear that.
From day to day we live, searching for your identity. While the rich man says that we're a menace to society, but they don't know what it's like, what it's really like, what it's really like to face real ghetto pain, to face real ghetto pressure, to face real ghetto pain. We face real ghetto oppression, yeah.
Brother, for your high school youth right that, a different level made that.
Yeah.
The relationship with Dean Fraser started to grow and the thing started to blossom.
Yeah, all right. From we link up with 2ISIS and we started recording with Dean. You know, even outside of recording with 2ISIS, while I am gone to them parties and everything, I gone to the studio.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mission and vision.
Because of course, so while at the studio, Dean say, yeah man, you need to come in and you need to get like a better. So I say, but I sing 6-part harmony with them brethren, yeah, how much better.
What got better, yeah.
So the man said, no, we have to learn to sing the background properly. I said, background properly? A 6-part harmony I sing. I said, no man. So of course, you know, we started singing with the Daffodils, and him have a group of about 6 or 7 of us that we used. At that point, there was at least a 2 or 3 year span where we sang on almost every record that came out of Jamaica.
As backing vocalist.
Yeah, man, as backing vocalist. So I say almost, I mean like everybody album come out, we did background vocals on them. You know what I mean? From if you're in England, if you're in Europe, if you're in the US, definitely in Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we at studio from sometimes 8 in the morning, sometimes when you leave till, you know, 12, 1 o'clock at night. Remember, there are mornings when we go downtown at Lagos studio on Orange Street, you know, 3 o'clock at morning we just reach. Because a man have a 2 tune for do and, you know, he might leave, go up on the England flight in the morning and, yeah, so it was...
Put in the work.
It was that kind of vibe, but in the initial stage when I thought that I was great, when I go amongst them girl and, you know, then the song I play and Dean say, all right, write that some want it. And I say, yeah, you know. So I wait for my note. So realize the thing start playing, I'm like get my note yet, you know. So cause usually we used to, you know, when I be Mr. Noel Dexter, you know, legendary Noel Dexter, university singers man. I used to them man, when we are little people, I might give you the note and tell what to sing. When we not 2ISIS, we have a bridge named Ewan Simpson, the musical director, he might tell me what to sing and we just reproduce the note.
Yeah.
But we never really make it up myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I said, but nah, but it's not right. This is work, you know. You know what I mean? So, but then we realized I reach a part that everybody has sing what I'm supposed to sing. I just me alone in the dark. I said, right, you know what is man? And Dean said, no man, you have to use your ears, man. You have to just know what I'm missing, man. A 3 chord, a 3 note in the chord and ray with the bass and everything, and then you start learning them things. And then at first it was frustrating and plus you know you're getting paid and we need the money at the time, so I used to do my daytime and I said, Jen, I'm well want the car, but I'm afraid to forget the car now because of course the girl never go, I look for me like, yeah, you idiot again today, you know what I mean? And I mean gradually because of course we have, you know, people like, we have people like, of course, 2 people that definitely work well for me is Nikki Bird, that working with Buju Banton. She was one of them people that say, yeah, that's what we're doing. Make them wait, man. If all of we have to learn and we start somewhere, you know, sing a song, man. You know what I mean? 2 Portland people, maybe it's a vibe. I mean, it was that kind of a vibe until you gradually learn the trade.
So you were learning the music side of the music.
Yeah, and then I remember, finally, I went to do some background on an album for Luciano. And we went down to Portland, me and Dean, and the album. Well, at the time, no one knew the name, what the album was going to be, but it was a big project at the time. VP, sanction, everything, and Lucian and AD and everything. And Dean said, you know, say, you have to write a song for the album, yeah? And I said, what? I write a song for Lucian?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, of course, I got busy. You know what I mean? And wrote the song throughout the night into the next day, and then went link up with the keyboard player and work out and everything. And then the song was actually recorded by Lucian and Morgan Heritage. So it was me a fly up on cloud 9. Cause to come in from writing just for stuff we performing at 2ISIS, just for us, and then the first track you write is Lucian and Morgan Heritage. That's
Giants.
Yeah man, major step, you know what I mean? And of course, we even with that, again it get it to a point where I say, yeah, you know, feel like we're going on the right road, but it could could be more.
Yeah,
could
you
be
still
bigger,
wanted
could-
more.
Yeah, man.
That song that you wrote for Luciano's album,
Yeah.
what was the title?
The title of the song is Love Will Make It. You know what I mean? Love Will Make It, Luciano. Magnetic. Love will make it through the night, knowing everything is right as angels come to our rescue.
And the feedback that you got from both entertainers was positive?
No, it was positive, man. You know, I was invited to come out when they launching the song and all them kind of things, which was very important to me.
Progress
Because, you know,
again, that.
Yeah, I've never been to them kind of vibes,
Yeah.
them levels. It was aired, you know, on TV at the time. It's not like now where
Exposure
everybody,
that.
you know, go buy some time and jump in. I never them things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you never really have real relevance and serious things going on, TV channel and the camera come link you, man.
We know Ghetto Pain, right? One of the next songs that people attribute to DUANE Stephenson when the conversation comes up is Augustown. You grew up in Augustown, right? Was your experience growing up and living there the motivation behind that song?
Yeah, most definitely, man. 100%. You know, when I sing about the football ground became a battlefield, it's real things that happen. You know what I mean? Anybody that grew up in Augustown or even, you know, living there now or before knew of it, whether through legend or just being there. You know what I mean? That's when everything kind of changed in the community. Of course, we didn't invent of drugs and guns, and of course, everybody gone off and gone to Al Capone, and everything started changing. You know what I mean? Back in the days, you know, old people used to send back, you know, Flow Isle and them thing there. Then when they send back M16 and Magnum, you know, and that was the beginning of the end for. I think it held true throughout Jamaica, not only Augustown, but because it's there I live, and that, you know, when I see the whole thing, you know, that's it affected us.
Yeah, but many times entertainers, when they get their break, they move away from the childhood communities. But you're still in Augustown.
Yeah, still
what
in
would have
Augustown.
motivated that?
Well, firstly, you know, I still one of them man we can get up and go anywhere in Augustown because, you know, I have never contributed to anything in you know, in a wrong way. You know? And what I feel like, if you buy a shot get a man down there, everybody going to win in 5 minutes. You know? You understand what I say? If you give a man a big and too tight and tell him to bust a man head, everybody going to know, you know. You understand what I say? So I don't get involved in anything. I try to associate myself with the positive things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And once you do that, you know, you get a certain kind of respect. Because even when I down there, back in the days when I used to have a lot more friends alive, you know, as much as though everybody and the legend, as far as I concerned, legend say, them a gunman. I never saw him with a gun yet because even if a man have a gun, once I come on and see you know, so that is not my thing.
Yeah.
So man, we just disappear and say, yo, that's my Sean there. Then see Sean come back and laugh. Wow, brother. Because that is respect, you know what I mean? And to me, respect is so much greater than fear.
Yeah. True. Augustown, legendary song. You understand? You remember you said that Taros.
Yeah.
You don't want to switch out, but you're stuck to your initial and original idea.
I eventually went back to that because then I realized, you know, say, him doing what him do. And once you hear that kind of vibe, you know it's Taros. You know, Taros melodies are unmistakable. You understand? So I need to create my own melodies, you know what I mean? Yeah, it might sound a little bit like a Baptist pastor, but I mean that. That's what I say. I mean that.
Alright. So what was the reaction to the song from community members though? Because some people might say, yo, I'm doing a lot of the thing and them
No, let me tell you something. That is the first place I go when, because of course up to when the album was done and everything, I didn't know where it was headed. I don't know what was going to happen, you know, because of course.
You went in faith.
Yeah, man. You know, we do all of them things and his work. I was not in Twices anymore.
Yeah.
You know, working, doing background thing and hours a night thing, and that's how I live in. So I never know where it going.
Yeah.
I remember Sizzler started that thing down there and a Saturday night vibe, you know, back in him place. And just in early days.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? And the man must say, yo, come on, go and go try something. And of course, everybody knew we Ghetto Pain, so I went and sang that. And you know, get a good vibe and everything.
Yeah.
And then the man must say, then a bridging you know, when you lecturer, I say, yo.
You mean lecture the artist?
No, man, not artist, man. Lecturer, the dub man.
Oh,
Biggest
the
dub man by the place, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And lecturer said, no, man, a new song, man. New song. I say, all right. I would just select the Augustown. Yeah, man, I think we sing
Forward.
We sing it about 40 minutes. I mean, we don't have to reach back at the chorus set after the second verse. I mean, I think after that, after that, tell me, you know, when I come down off the stage, I said to myself, say, you know, say,
Define it.
I'm good, you know. All right, man.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, all right, man. I did a little bit, watch a couple more people perform, and then walk out and go up the road.
Yeah.
And when I walk up the road, I feel light, because I say, yes, me sure now, say,
me. Off your shoulder.
Me, all right, me
Yeah.
live. Though I never lived like he wanted, but I was mindful of what Jah taught me. Go on my bending knees and begging Jah, please. For I've got the scars to show. I barely made it along life's road. Oh, when my life got dark, Jah was the only spark, the light at the end of the road. When I was a young boy, growing up in Augustown, we ate from the same pot. We were eyeing dreams all around. From Gola to Colorado Corner, Ruckus to Jungle 12 Tire, Bryce Hill to Dread Heights and River all around. And then the football ground became a battlefield, and my life seemed so surreal. People, they were falling all around, but Jah helped me to stand my ground. Only Jah could have helped me to stand my ground.
Brother. Different level again, your God. That's a different level. See it? I mean, that song has always been a part of my... Anyone on the phone now, that song is there. It's a song where the flow of the song, the energy, even though it's not up-tempo, the reality of the song, and somebody who is socially conscious like I think I am, appreciate every single melody and key in that song.
Thanks,
Brilliant work
Thanks,
again,
man.
brother. Another big song that Duane did is Little Cottage in Negril.
Yeah.
That song that sounds personal.
Yeah, everything. Cottage in the Grill, it was a big tune long before me. I remember I used to a kickball, and it started playing on the radio. And I used to just run, leave all the goal, left by my brethren and goal. Don't forget listen to the song. You know. I just run, leave it, because that's how much I love that tune.
Yeah.
So, of course, Dean was saying that, you know, we do one or two, you know, lick over tune. For two reasons, covers. So, two reasons. One, to reintroduce the younger generation to these great tunes that they might have missed. And also for the business of publishing, because you get, on these albums you only get credit or royalties on 12 songs.
Oh.
But we felt that 12 songs were, you know, disrespecting people. People work hard for their money. If you put out an album, we wanted to go at least 15.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we did these songs, you know what I mean? And of course, from the song we started doing the album, I said, Dean, we want to do this. And I said, yeah man. But he wasn't getting to it fast enough. So of course him gone on some tour with Luciano. And then, you know, I took some of my brethren, you know, Lamont Savory right now playing for Protege.
Yeah.
Ian playing for Busy Signal now. Randy playing for about 30 different artists now and drums. And of course, legendary boy McLaughlin and keyboard playing for Gang now. And these are brethren them we just go in because we can't wait for Dean no more.
Yeah.
So when Dean come, read him done already.
Yeah.
Read him done, look at us, boy, no easy at all, you know, I do think. Because I mean, of course, we try things, you know. We try things when Dean turned him back.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember a song that we did, me and Taurus. It was on the Parables album. It doesn't hurt to care, doesn't hurt to share. Let me tell you something about a record. Once again, Dean turned him back, and we now wait for him. And we got a record.
Yeah.
So, of course, we totally forget, say, we're supposed to go in one at a time and do the song. So me and Taurus just go in the studio and one mic, you know, we just sing, you know, we just sing. So, it's one track.
One track?
Yeah, man. One track, one sing down, we just do that sing.
Yeah.
Oh, my love. So, nothing can mix on it.
Yeah.
So what you hear, on that is one track. We just go in the tour where we just sing. We did a come back and did the laugh. I said, oh, no, easy, you know. But then we play back the thing and he must say, we listen to it about 4 times, I must say, yo, you know, so we not touch this. We not touch it, man.
Mix and master already.
Yeah, man. We just mix the music now and then put up, because he did the music, but, you know, it must take too long to record.
I mean, those are probably the 3 songs where persons can identify with the quickest when it comes on to doing. But you would have done many other songs.
Yeah, man.
You would have worked on many other projects, as I said, for people. Generally speaking, sometimes an artist's biggest song or most popular song is not his favorite song. Sometimes.
Yeah.
your most favorite song that you would have voiced?
Suffer as I.
Suffer as I.
Yeah.
Why?
Because of the simplicity of that song and because of, to me, just the whole vibe. Because sometimes you miss the bus, you know. Sometimes you're there and you're so consumed in the roughness where I reach you that you know understand the blessings where you walk through. You know what I mean? It's like I'm gonna complain about the smell. So boy, John with the back of my house smell body say and I walk through a field of daisies.
Yeah.
You know, I take the time for say, boy, this is what it is, but looks for me to know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I think that song is so, to me, it was one of my favorite tracks because of, you know, how you speak, you know what I mean? Oh, in a so far as eyes, the youths them can't find a dinner, pure old clothes, them dress up in a so far as eyes. Old people got to bed with no shelter, them can't find no love in a so far as I. Politicians, them not flex right, only a sponsor to fight in a so far as I. In a suffer as I. So it says that water getting low, but basically it's saying you're complaining about all these things, but things not right because, you know, your big car, your Benz not work. You understand what I say? You complain, say, boy, the light bill up on my house.
Yeah.
My big pretty house. The light bill high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Water rate high.
Yeah.
Because so you complain about all of these things. So you know, complain about the fact that boy, Jano, but the house are big and sexy. No. And the light bill you breathe. Say boy, Jano things wicked, Mr. Jano.
You
know, you know, 5-bedroom house and I complain about the light. You know what I mean? Yes, boy, this year we can't go to Florida for vacation. We have to stay over here, you know.
Yeah.
So boy, it's the most terrible thing, Jano. You can't, not in Florida this year, Jano. You know what I mean? While in a suffer as I is a whole different
settings.
reality.
Yes, man.
You understand what I mean? So no man have time to think about the vacation because I think about tomorrow.
I forgot
school. The dinner there, so you know what I mean? You talk about, you complain about light bill, we not a light.
Yeah. Which song has been the most commercially viable song for you though?
It's probably Augustone. Not probably, it's definitely Augustone. Definitely Augustone. I think Cottage would run. But not necessarily, third or fourth.
Third or fourth.
Because you have some songs there that, you know, that's like this year I went to Tobago Jazz Festival. The song that hit down there now is Fool for You. The song hit last year in Tobago, that song was done in 2008. Last year was between last year and early this year it was a hit in Tobago. Before that, 2 years ago I did a tour in Nicaragua of another sing-over, which is Members Only. Members Only was a hit that time about 2 years before that, for about 2 years straight on them charts and all them things. And that song was recorded 2010. So you see the thing with music, you never know what is going to end up where. You have to just do some good music and make it right.
Years of the people not doing it might take a while.
Yeah, you have to just make it right, you know what I mean?
True. Looking at the career, what has been your biggest achievement at this point?
Wow, you know, I just think that for me, it is the levels of which people take the music as inspiration.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't think you can get much bigger than that because you have a lot of people are very commercially viable, but them not have nothing to save even one person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's important.
Yeah, man, because, you know, Twerk It might be a great song, but how much people Twerk It serve?
True.
You know what I mean? How much people it make better? How much people it lift them spirit?
Change your mind from what coming some crime.
Thank you very much. I mean, for me, I think because of Augustone, I end up all thoughts of talks in a more prison than we can remember. I go
so that
prison.
has been a thing?
But I go prison in almost every country I go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you know, in retrospect, then you get to realize the humanity in your life, you know what I mean? Because we are, on the outside, I think, yeah, man, appear thief and criminal and gunman and murderer, but when you're going to start talking to them, look at youth and everything, you realize the difference between prison and life maybe was the fact say his mother never did it.
Yeah, and father
the fact say I'm gonna try a different road. a man upset about something and it just lose control.
Snap.
You know what I mean? Or the man just grew up in a terrible situation. So you find, say, when you start meet them youth and they talk, you get a whole different perspective on life and you have so much more respect and, you know, love for the things them where you have and for the ones them where it help you on this journey.
That deep, you know, brother.
I just something you notice when you're out there and you learn as you go along, man.
Yeah, that really deep. As an entertainer, what is the biggest stage you have performed on?
Wow, I think it's probably a stage in Manchester, England. We was opening for the Wailers. That was opening for a group named Stone Roses in the park in Manchester. I don't remember the name of the park in Manchester, but it's the biggest park in Manchester, England.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just know that I see people with me with no end. You know what I mean? And that for me was a
The
different
moment.
vibe. Yeah, man, it was a different vibe. I mean, I've done, you know, Summer Jam and all those major festivals in Europe, but I've never seen anything like that until that day, you know.
What's your
Them
favorite?
things you only see on TV.
Yeah. What's your favorite place to perform?
Wow, you know, Kenya, my new favorite place. Now.
Kenya. So they love a Kenya real.
Yeah, man, Kenya, my new favorite place. But I've been to a lot of places that I get a lot of love and respect, you know, with that. It be a lot of places in South America, from, you know, whether it be Costa Rica, Nicaragua itself, because that was an awesome experience, into Suriname, you know, by extension, Amsterdam, because a lot of these South American countries have links in Europe directly. But I think going to Kenya and performing there gave me a whole different, you know, just different perspective and respect for the music, you know what I mean? In terms of where they are in their growth with the music and how important reggae is, because reggae is like 75% of popular radio, FM radio in Kenya. Like in Jamaica, reggae is about 10%.
They're about.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, 75%. You know, you understand?
Kenya is a place.
Yeah, man. And I mean, you know, sooner or later, if we don't mind what we're doing,
We'll lose the music.
well, not going to lose it, it's going to relocate, whether it be temporarily or whatever. Because
permanently.
when I was there, the government was just entering final stages. I think they finished 7 studios out of 28 studios that they're investing in. For the
government.
Yeah, man. Investing in 28 studios throughout Kenya for the development of their reggae. Not only the music, but reggae especially. Because reggae is the #1 consumed music in Kenya. And that is for the development, to get them youth on the chart and out there.
You know, when you just look what they do, it is a powerful, powerful statement in itself, you know, because the reality is that we are the creators of the genre, and we are the people who are the least appreciative of said creation.
You know, me I gotta say the people, you know, because the truth is, as much as when you listen to popular radio and when you're going to these communities, like, you know, when you go to little country in little London and all them things, and you start singing everything, it's a whole different vibe.
Yeah.
It's a whole different energy. People really longing for these music in the different crevices and corners. But we tend to think that Montego Bay and Kingston is Jamaica.
Yes, that is true.
Not.
That is true. That is true.
It is not. You know,
So
it's
the appreciation is still there.
Yeah, man, it's still there, man. It's amongst the group, because the truth is, you know, even the rude boy, them, if I listen to the rude boy, them listen to a morning time yet, pan them look at radio, them
wall of meds.
pan them thing when them a wall of meds.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
As an entertainer, what is that one thing that you are yet to achieve, that you want to achieve?
But I just like every other entertainer, you know. We want to write the song we make the whole world sing.
Make the whole world sing. Think they're going to say Grammy nomination, you know.
Nah, man, don't talk about that. Look how much man win Grammy. And, yeah, it's so much
don't
Grammy.
mean much.
It's so much Grammy them give out a year time.
Enough.
99% but we don't know any money from Adams. We don't know a song with them do, and we will never know a song
But
with
you
them do.
want to be the artist to write the song that the
man,
whole
you know what I mean?
world sing.
You want to write, just like a One Love, the whole world will sing, you know?
Yeah.
Just like when you hear Sting sing him like a song, no, that is praise, that is so, and the country, I'm going to sing it, the whole place is you know what I mean? That's, if you don't want that as a singer-songwriter, you don't want nothing. You want to imagine all the people, them things that we talk about.
Yeah.
Recently I just finished an album, the 5th album from...
5th?
Yeah, it's not out yet. We were trying to put it out early this year, but then because of record company issues and stuff, we ended up pushing back. And once the summer come around, you know, that dead for the rest of the year, because, you know, nothing you can't be launching an album this summer because everybody is busy at the festivals and them kind of vibe, especially the roots music. You know, roots music, very seasonal in terms of how you do things. So we're trying for the end of February now.
Name of the album?
Yeah, Exile to Jedites. I think for me it's another step in the journey in terms of, I always write about the things that I think that are needed and are relevant at the time. But beyond that, you know, the roots music nowadays seems to have been marginalized, you know what I mean? With certain things, we tend to push in our corner.
True.
The right things, the good things, and
True,
to the point where if you're not careful, a man make you feel like the wrong thing you do. You understand what I mean?
True.
So, you know, Dreadites is also a community in Augustown there, where once upon a time, Rastas were basically, they create their own little situation in exile to stay amongst them one another and support them one another.
So it's really a history lesson.
Yeah, also, you know what I mean?
Cool.
And that was between, down on the riverbanks, between Tavern and Barrack Drive, Augustown, you know what I mean? So the place was called Dreadites, and a lot of Rastas went there for communal support.
Yeah.
A lot of them were people from outside the community, the uptown people, them thing too, but when them, because of the persecution, them go down there and create them one little society kind of vibe, you know what I mean?
Any track has been released off the album as yet?
One track, Play That Song, was out. It got to number 7 in England, and it was doing, it actually did very, very well for me. It's one of the songs that was a staple in performances internationally, because not much happens here.
Yeah, I understand.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, it was doing well for me. And there's another track out recently called Put On The Knife. It wasn't originally going to be an album, but it has been doing so well, simply because of the content. And I think the producer is English and the relevance in England. Because, you know, nowadays, like, if you're walking in England, you see 3 young boys walking, you have to basically run, because you know if them going to stop you for the fun night. Yeah, man, you know what I mean?
Put on the knife. Makes sense. Make a lot of sense.
Yeah, man. So,
so you have any idea when the album will be released?
Well, I don't, we haven't settled on a release date, but definitely by the end of February, early March. So we're looking at last days in February into the first 2 weeks of March. Independent
or assigned to a label?
We're talking to 2 labels right now, but we can't say much it until things solidify.
Understand all that. So you're still here, you're still putting in the work.
Yeah, man.
Still recording, still representing.
Yep.
Still holding your own.
Yeah, man.
Still staying in your lane.
You know, things set up.
Remaining true to who you are.
Yeah, man. From early up, we learn the best with that, man. Because if you come into this business, you have all sorts of characters and all sorts of illusions and things. The one thing where you guarantee where you carry come on the table, when a man not turn up with, yourself.
Deep again out. I want leave a little, you know, sound bites in other interview that do it. Persons who out there who wants to get in touch with Duane Stephenson, how do they go about that?
Well, first place you can check is everything on the internet right now. So it's Duane Stephenson Reggae. That's Duane Stephenson Reggae on the internet. You can go to info at Duane Stephenson Reggae on the internet for management thing, or you can always link up on Facebook or Instagram, Duane Stephenson Reggae. So once you got Duane Stephenson Reggae, it come right as well for the music, for the videos, for the movements, and to link for the business.
Father Stevenson, as I speak for myself, you understand? And you know the older you get, because the older we at one point in time, in the dancehall vibes.
Yeah, man, we have to shake it at one time. I think for me it's a time and place.
Yeah. You grow up, you appreciate certain things more than when you were younger, right? And I can say, without being any expert in the thing, that your body at work speaks volumes. You understand the consciousness, right? The relevance, and the message and the lessons are there, and that is important.
Yeah,
cool, and continue putting in the work, and we really and truly appreciate the link.
No, thanks, brother.
Blessing.
From a little cottage in the grill, I wrote these lines to you. And from that little cottage in the grill, I realized I love you still. Blessed love. Thanks for tuning in. It's what I say. Don't change that dial. Stick and stay. Love.
Teach them. Hey, yo, hello. Send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here. Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment below. Remember to like and share the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. Follow me on social media and check out the suggested videos on screen. This is Teach saying, until next time, walk good, my friends.